welcome to tonight's live stream, and once again we will be bringing you guys the NEXXTCAR Truck Series League. Tonight we are at Richmond Raceway. It's going to be a 225 lap race, and we are joined once again with Austin. What's going on, buddy? Oh, I'm doing good. Still a little bummed out about the Bristol race tonight, but I mean, it is what it is. But we're getting ready to go short track racing here ourselves, and I think we're going to see a lot of action tonight. Absolutely, and that's what I was just getting ready to say. We have a full field tonight, 16 trucks, and before we get qualifying and everything done, we're going to get a couple of our drivers queued up here, and let's get it going here. First up, we're going to have Adam. He is driving the number 18 Toyota Tundra. Let's cue him up real quick. Hey Adam, you got us, buddy?
Therefore.
All right, man. So you put up a decent race last week at the Roval. What are you gonna have to do to continue your success here coming into Richmond?
Well, how can I put it this way? I mean, consistent on this racetrack, even though it's a short track. And when it comes to two different kinds of racetracks, you know, the short track, you gotta worry about the long run. I think the Roval was just about, I think it was all about strategy. Even one point, just keep going on this racetrack and stay consistent.
Absolutely, and this is definitely one track that you have to hit your marks on every lap, or before you know it, you're screwed. But I think you guys are going to put on one heck of a show tonight, and definitely got to keep Kyle Busch happy. That is for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping this Safe Light Tundra does its job tonight. I mean, we've been at the shop for a whole week, and
Jimbo, can you hear Austin or no?
Some good lap times, hopefully get a good finish here in the end.
Absolutely, yeah. You just got to keep your nose clean, and you might find yourself there at the end.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we are also joined by Nick. Nick, you come into tonight our points leader, and you won one heck of a race last Sunday. What are you gonna have to do to bring that success where you nudged out Jimbo and come in here and get another win?
Yeah, well, we have a good truck this week again. Jimbo and a few of the newer guys I'm going to have to watch out for. I know they're going to be right on my tail though. One lap at a time, try not to get wrecked into turn one on the first lap and see what happens. Yeah, I think it'll be a good race though. Just got to stay up front. I think pit strategy and just being up front the whole race is going to be a very big factor.
Absolutely, because you want to try and stay out front away from all the trash that's going to try and happen behind you. And you named it. You just got to stay clean, and you'll find yourself there at the end. And I have absolutely no doubt, after what we saw last week, that you and Jimbo and Kevin are going to put on one heck of another show tonight.
Yeah, I think all of us are probably going to run up front. I know who else. God, there's a lot of new guys that are quick now. And who else? There's a few other guys that have just joined, and I think they're going to be right up front. They're running around the same lap times that I'm running, so I think I'm going to have my hands full tonight.
Absolutely, and you just mentioned about the new guys, and we have a full field tonight, 16 drivers. That is amazing. And I think all 16 drivers are going to put on one heck of a show, and it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a fun race. That is for sure.
Yeah, it definitely will. Full house. Oh, it's going to be a really tough race. Like I said, guys, keep the nose clean, have really good pit stops getting on and off pit road. Probably not tons of cautions, but we might just have one or two incidents here and there that won't bring out the caution, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you guys get going because you got to go and do your qualifying. But great talking to you guys, and good luck to both of you guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. All right, so there you have it. You just heard from two of our drivers, Adam and Nick. Adam, he put on one heck of a show last week, Austin, but he just kind of faded off the further we got into the run. Alright, yeah, for some reason, we are not getting Austin's audio through. Why is your audio not coming through? Yeah, I see it now, Kevin. It was coming through last week. I don't know what would have changed it for this week. Why is your audio not coming through? Alright, well, real quick, while we're waiting to get his audio through, we are going to cue the intermission. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we will be right back here in a minute. Alright, Austin, you there, man? Just trying to see if, making sure your audio is coming through now. I don't know why it's, not sure why it's not working. It worked perfectly last week. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on, y'all. I'm stupid as hell. I forgot to go into the audio output. Yep, that's 100% my bad, y'all. Give me 1 second, and in 2 seconds, you will have his audio. There you go. I knew it was something stupid. All right, Austin, you are going to be coming through now. Everybody's going to have you now. I'm just an idiot. All right, so welcome back from commercial break. I don't know what the hell to call that. But
I don't either, man.
Oh, something stupid
we'll go with some
as
technical
hell.
issues.
Let's just make sure your audio's coming through now real quick. We will be right back to the race here in a second, I promise. Alright, yep, your audio is coming through. Holy shit, something so damn stupid, I swear. Alright, so, now that we've got all that figured out, let's meet your drivers that are taking the track tonight. First off, in the number 3 Bomberito Chevy Silverado is Nick Trudeau. He comes into tonight's race. He grabbed his 3rd win of the season last week, 8th stage win. He is currently sitting first in points with 312 points. he put on one heck of a show last week, did he not, Austin?
Yeah, he did. Between him and Jimbo, they put on one heck of a show between the two of them.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to turn the volume down on my phone.
Yeah, and I'm definitely expecting just the exact same out of them tonight. This is a good short track racing and definitely a lot of bumpers being used. We saw Nick, he's not shy to use that bumper. We saw that for sure. And last week.
Yeah, he sure did. Quite a few times.
Oh yeah. Next up in the number 5 Chevy Silverado is Kevin Gordon Jr. He's currently sitting 3rd in points. He moved up a spot with that solid 3rd place finish last week. So he's sitting in 3rd, 254 points. Still looking for that first win and stage win. I believe he's going to be someone you're going to have to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, this could be his track and his night to change his luck that he's had this season so far.
Absolutely, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that throwback Terry Labonte truck in victory lane here very soon.
Me too. I hope we get to talk to him again tonight.
Absolutely.
After the race.
Absolutely. He always gives some good insight.
Yes, he does.
Next up is Kamikaze 405. That is Jason. He fell back to 4th in the points after a not-so-strong outing last week, but I'm definitely looking forward to him rebounding this week. He should be pretty good. Short tracks fit exactly into what he likes. So he's got 250 points sitting 4th. Once again, he's looking for that first win and first stage win. But he's also another one we're going to have to keep our eye on. He's always there at the end when it counts the most.
Yes, he is. He had a bad luck last week.
Yeah, and I was shocked by that. You know, I thought road course was going to be a very strong track for him, but he just seemed to struggle.
It seemed like he couldn't quite keep the truck under him on the corner exit or either on entry.
Yeah, something just was not right from the drop of the green flag for that. Next up, in the number 17 Toyota Tundra is Palmier Trees 21. He's currently sitting 7th in the points, 217 points. Once again, he's another one looking for that first win and first stage win. The only two that have seemed to find victory lane this year has been Nick and Jimbo. But I truly believe if this 17's internet can cooperate with him. Sorry, I had to incorporate the internet problem that he has into this. But if he can hit a strong internet, he can definitely be a contender. We saw him during practice. He put up some very strong laps. So I definitely keep an eye out for him as well.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I've raced with him outside of league, and when he's not having an internet issue, he's a very fast driver.
Absolutely, and internet is key. Next up is Adam Osofsky in the 18 Toyota Tundra. He's sitting 5th in points, 246 points on the year. He's another one you got to keep an eye on. Absolutely must keep an eye on him. He's very strong, but he's not really been able to cross over that barrier that is keeping him from victory lane. What do you think he has to do tonight to find that first elusive win?
Hit his marks. Hope Nick and Jimbo mess up. That's all he can do.
Absolutely. Yep. Next up in the number 24, it's Zach 3068, currently sitting 6th in the points, 232 points. He had what seemed like a very strong truck last week, and then he's the one that lagged out, even though he was showing no internet problems. But he has had some good luck this year, and I do believe he will find his way into victory lane here very soon.
I believe if he's running second and it's closing laps, I believe he might do a bump and run.
Oh yeah,
when it's necessary to get the win.
For sure. He's desperate. That is absolutely for sure. Alright, next up in number 43 is Jimbo. And Jimbo coming in with a sponsorship. He is racing this race sponsored by Bragg's Used Cars out of Barbersville, West Virginia. He's coming in with 2 wins, 1 stage win. He got that first stage win last week, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago. We took a week off. He's currently sitting second in the points. He's been an absolute strong force this season so far.
Yeah, I said it last week. He wasn't worried about those 0 stage wins, and he ended up getting them one.
Yeah, and
but
let's be honest, he should have had 2, but just that fuel messed him up bad.
Fuel mileage.
Yep.
Fuel mileage at the Roval.
Yeah.
That's all it came down to. But I believe he'll add a second one tonight.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to keep an eye on him. He is never a person you can count out. But
nope.
Let's meet your new drivers starting tonight. You got in the number 2, you got Tame Cub 464 driving that number 2 Chevy Silverado. Once again, these are all brand new drivers tonight. And not really sure what he's going to do. We talked to him a little bit pre-race, and he said he definitely feels like he has a strong car. But definitely someone you got to keep an eye on, I am sure. Then you got in the number 8, you've got Pocket Full of Shells. Not sure about him either. Once again, these are all new drivers. You got John Day, Stoner Vet, driving the number 33 Chevy Silverado.
I actually got to talk to Stoner Vet a little bit today, but we didn't talk about the race, but he seemed really excited about it.
Yeah, I talked to him during practice the other day, and he's a very energetic, outgoing person, and he says he feels like he can bring a lot to the track, and before long, he can be in victory lane. Next up is in the number 83, the Evo B. And then last but not least, we have Larson 8897. Now Larson actually made an appearance on Friday, subbing for me in the 19 for the Cup Series. How did he do, Austin? I was unable to make the race, obviously, with him subbing for me. Was he someone that we're going to have to keep an eye on for sure in the Truck Series?
Oh, yeah, most doubt. And in the Cup car in the future as well. But everybody knows these Cup cars are looser than the trucks.
Yeah, these trucks are like driving a boat. It don't matter how loose you make them. They ain't turning. But that is going to do it for your lineup. I believe they are done with qualifying. I could be wrong. Have y'all qualified yet? Okay. So they are just now starting qualifying. Copy that. So they are just now starting qualifying, so a little bit later than usual. But who is your pick tonight, Austin? Who are your 3 drivers that you think we're going to have to keep an eye on?
One of them's going to be Stoner Vet for sure. I look forward to having him in the top 8, top 9 tonight. True, Nick will be in the top 3. Mm-hmm. And along, most likely, Jimbo. Winner? I don't know, man. I can't pick a winner here. It's short track racing, man.
Yep. Anything can happen.
Anything and anything can change.
Absolutely. My 3 pick, obviously we're going to have to go with, Nick. My long shot to win is that number 24 truck. I believe Zach is going to find his first trip to victory lane this season. We talked to him a little bit ago during practice, and he said short tracks are great for him. So I think he is going to be my long shot pick to win this race. And Jason's my other pick. I know you went with Jimbo, but sorry, Jimbo, but I'm going to have to kind of sit you out on this one. Jason, I think, is going to have one heck of a rebounding race from last week. He's got a lot to make up. He lost the position in points. He fell from 4th to 5th. Or, I'm sorry, he fell from 3rd to 4th. So he's going to have a lot to make up, and he wants that 3rd place back. He wants to secure a spot in the playoffs.
he can most out here tonight. He just got to keep the truck clean and wait for a driver to make a mistake and capitalize on it at the right time.
Absolutely, and I truly believe there are going to be a lot of mistakes tonight. Just good old short track racing.
I think there will be a lot of mistakes coming from new guys being a little aggressive on corner entry, trying to make up ground and show that they're just as fast as these veterans.
For sure, half our field is new people, you know, and that can make for really interesting racing, but at the same time, it can also make for very disastrous racing. But everybody knows NEXXTCAR has some of the best drivers on PS4. There's no doubt about it. Hands down, some of the best drivers on PS4. So I think tonight is going to be another replay of last week, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago, of just another incredible race.
I agree with you 100% on that, Ron. I about called you Roger. See, I talk to you and Roger way too much during the week.
Yeah.
But I talked to Larson a lot during the week or throughout the week, and he seemed pretty confident going into the night, like you said earlier as well.
Copy, Dave. Just let me know when you know who got the pole. But they have just finished up qualifying, so we're waiting to hear from the NASCAR officials who grabbed the pole, and then we will be ready to bring the race to y'all.
Bullshit.
But yeah, going back to the whole new drivers, full field tonight, and I forgot, I could not make up an intro for him because he joined late, but we also have young Colt from the Cup Series in here. He's also driving, so shout out to him. Completely could not make you an intro because you joined way too close to race time, but we also got a bunch of Cup drivers out here as well. So I think these newer guys are going to learn quick, and they are going to learn easy how to get around these tracks and how to become veterans and victorious.
Well, I got one little bit of information for Colt, if he's listening. If he's starting in the back around the new guys, with him being a Cup guy, he just needs to be patient.
Yeah.
And not push that truck.
Yep.
And cause a mistake early, and it cost him his race or cost him a stage.
Copy. So, words coming in. Nick in the number 3 picked up the pole with a 28.714. That is fast. 28.714. That is fat. That's cooking it in the trucks. That is cooking it in the trucks. Who got second? And one of the new guys, Tame Cub, coming in, grabbing second. So
I'm sorry, who'd you say grabbed second?
Tame Cub, one of the new drivers. So
oh man,
yeah,
heck yeah.
So he's starting off his league race practically the best you can get. I mean, it's hard to beat Nick.
You can't get better sitting in second place.
No.
But the question is, can he make that outside stick long enough?
Yeah,
to get around Nick.
Yeah, that's key. That is key. But I believe it's going to take a little bit for that bottom line to come in. I do believe that outside line is going to be where you want to be here at the beginning of the race. Down low, you're going to possibly hit that apron and get loose, and you might slide up and take the guy on the outside out. You know, kind of like how we saw Chase Elliott do at Bristol not too long ago, a couple hours ago.
Yeah, just racing hard, and it was a racing mistake.
Yeah.
It can be that tonight here as well.
Yep. But we are just now waiting on them to send us an invite, and we will bring you guys the broadcast.
I was just curious.
What race is next on the schedule? Do you know?
I do not know off the top
what race is next?
of my head.
What race is next week? So they got Las Vegas next week, and then they go to Eldora. Now, Eldora is going to be one heck of a race to call. That is going to be a fun track to call.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that. Hopefully we'll have a full field that night as well.
Copy that. And what did I say they have next week? Las Vegas. That's right.
Yep, Las Vegas and then El Dorado.
Yep. Yeah, Eldor is going to be a fun track.
Oh, Eldor, I'm sorry.
He said El Dorado. It's 150 laps at 100%, but it's going to go by in about 20 minutes.
That's gonna be some of the fastest dirt track racing you'll ever find around at that point.
Yeah. All right, what track are we at tonight?
We're at Richmond tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I done forgot what track we were at. All right, but while we're waiting on them to send out an invite, we're gonna go to commercial break real quick, and we will be back here in a second.
Join the club. People can't hear my wife playing Minecraft in the background.
Alright, so we are getting ready to bring you guys the race, getting it done here at Richmond. And damage is on. We just heard that. So that's also going to play a huge part in this, because now you can't use the bumper like you wanted to.
Me and Austin are playing phone tag.
That's going to limit the bumping that people can do with damage being on.
That just made this race even funner to watch.
Absolutely, because people are going to be watching themselves. And green flag is in the air, and Nick is out to the lead already. Wait, what's going on? What happened? Game caution? So the green flag waved, and immediately the game threw a caution. Not really sure what happened. Nobody wrecked or anything like that. But we're going to call what we're about to see the beginning of the race. We're going to completely ignore what just happened. But I think this is going to be a great race.
We're going to get to call a restart.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We're going to call like it's the damn start of the actual race. They ain't even race a lap yet. And here we go. Oh, well... Okay, apparently people pitted. And green flag is in the air.
Pole sitter pitted.
Yeah, you did. Nick is now back in the middle of the field. Who is leading right now? We got Young Colt in second. The 2 car is going to take the lead coming off of 2. Colt's going to keep his fender. Oh, he's going to try and make a move on the outside here. We got the, I'm not sure what car that was. Uh-oh, we got a lot more contacts. People in the outside wall. Jimbo is in the infield grass. It looks like he was able to save it and keep it rolling. But major contact back in the back of the field. And Jimbo is now running next to last.
We got the 99 up here. One of the new guys, Larson, passing Jason for the second.
Holy cow, and the 17 lagged out already. Imagine that. Rob is out already. He didn't even last a lap.
I hate to say it, but Nick called it in truck chat.
Yes, he did.
That he would lag out on lap 1.
Yes, he did. Yo, Rob lagged out already? Oh my god. But
we got Larson on the outside of Colt trying to pass for the lead. but he tucked it back in coming off. I think that bottom line's working better through 1 and 2, and the hind line's working in 3 and 4, Ron.
Yeah, it'll be funny to see if that changes throughout the race as more rubber gets laid down and drivers start to expand their horizon and challenge themselves and go to a different line. And Larson he's right there underneath Colt. We're going to have ourselves a heck of a battle. Let's get a little hood action here as they go down into turn 1. Colt's going to get a little loose.
A little bit of nose damage already on the front of that 99.
Yeah, and that's not someone we really talked about too much here pre-race.
No, we did not.
But Larson's going to get by Colt, and that is going to open up the door for Nick. Nick is now going to look underneath Colt. Colt's kind of stuck out there on that outside.
Yeah, it looked earlier like the bottom was working better through 1 and 2 for Larson, and Nick just followed him and went on around him.
Yeah, it's like I said, this is going to be interesting to watch how it transitions and see what groove is better mid-race and then at the end of the race.
I agree with you 100%. Let's see how these drivers can change and the handling of the car with the change of the track as rubber gets laid down.
Yep. So we got Larson first. Nick is in second. Colt is in third. A little bit of contact between the 8 and the 24. The 24 is going to kind of force his way to the outside of the 8 car.
Yeah, I'm watching that view from behind with the 18.
Kevin, he's kind of towards the back too. That's someone that we both thought was going to put down a heck of a race tonight, but he's just kind of fallen to the back a little bit. You think he's maybe running around or riding around back there?
Yeah, he's in my opinion, he's actually playing it smart. He's not tearing his truck up.
That is true, and it looks like he actually changed up the colors on that truck. So that truck's looking pretty good again this week. He swapped out the blue and made it silver. That truck looks good this week as well.
It does. He is being creative with the paint booth on this game, 100%.
Yeah, him and the driver right behind him, Jimbo. Jimbo, I love that truck. He absolutely nailed that paint scheme.
I agree. I mean, week after week, we say the same thing about these drivers and their paint schemes. They're just amazing. But one I need to point out right quick is this 98 of Welder. This Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just switched to him, and he's got some damage on that right front.
Yeah, he might have pushed somebody a little too hard trying to get underneath them.
And
trying to force an issue.
That very well could be, absolutely. We had Sean comment. He goes, competition caution on lap 1. Yeah, that's exactly what. Oh, and Welder looking a little loose there coming off of 2.
Yeah, he did. He held on to it, though, and kept it straight.
Yeah, he did.
Because, as everybody knows, that can be a nasty hard hit on the inside wall.
Holy cow, and the 63 of Donald Dixon
has
a ton of damage. I don't know, maybe him and the 98 got together?
I don't know. The 98 didn't show no damage heavy enough for it to match.
That is true. I mean, maybe the 98 got into the back of the 63 and put him up into the wall nose first, maybe.
That's a possibility, too.
But let's get back up to the front here. We got Larson still out here leading Nick, but Nick is right on his back bumper, and they're catching a lap down car of the 33 of Stoner Vet. But here's Nick. It looked like he was going to try and get his nose under him here going into 3, but he backed off smartly. Because you don't want to force it. You're on lap 17 of 225. There's absolutely no reason to force it right now.
No, at all.
No.
Just sit back, ride. That 99 will catch that lap traffic, and you see as Stoner Vet
and a very aggressive move to get around him. Wow.
Yes, by the 99.
But you saw the
Now some of it
33.
just pulled off.
Yep, I was just getting ready to say that. You saw the 33 drop down and let the leaders go by. So kudos to him. You know, you're a lap down. There's no reason to fight. Let these top 3 drivers battle
early.
it out. Absolutely. Which maybe someone should tell
Who
Kamikaze
knows?
in that number 16 after what he did last week, coming to the end of the first stage, where we saw him. Go ahead.
I think he was trying to get that lap back before that stage ended.
Yeah. That he definitely was, but he was just very aggressive about it. And that's actually what opened up the door. If that never happened, Nick would never have won stage 1. Because
No, he wouldn't.
if I remember correctly, Jimbo had to serve a penalty. And that is what let Nick catch up to Jimbo like he did.
It did.
But 99 is catching more lap traffic. It looks like the 63, or no, what truck is that? That he is
I
catching?
believe
Yep,
that
the
is the
63.
63, yep.
Okay. Man, there's just too many new people. It's going to take me a week or two to learn everybody's numbers. Usually I have a cheat sheet right here that I look at, but I done forgot that downstairs in the kitchen. But Larson, he is showing right out of the gate. He is not someone that you can take your eye off of.
He's not going to lay down lightly either.
But here comes Nick. Nick's had enough of watching that 99 lead. He's taking the lead now. He has had enough of looking at Haviline. Out. Oh, and there's contact. Holy cow. I don't know if Larson got loose or what coming off a 2. Oh, he's going to put a bumper to Nick. Whew. This is getting dicey. And he got the 19 right there just ready to take advantage.
Yeah, if they don't slow that racing down, that 19 is going to just sit back there and wait for them to eventually mess each other up and just take the spot from them.
Yeah, and that's what young Colt does best. You know, from racing with him in the Cup
sits there
Series.
and waits.
Yeah, and you don't want to make a mistake when he's around because he will pounce on it and take full advantage of it.
Oh yeah, he's my teammate in the Cup, and he does it to me. He'll just sit there and ride behind me until I get that car just a little loose, and when it goes up, he's there. He moves under me.
Yeah. But these top 3 have just absolutely left the rest of the field in their mirrors. They have pulled away.
They have. I agree with you.
Let's see. Evo B, he's got some damage on that. Why is everybody up at the top saying that they're running the number 24 truck? That's absolutely not correct. But I don't even know what number Evo B is. 63? No. I really need my cheat sheet. 100%. So we're going to go to commercial break real quick. I'm going to run downstairs and we're going to grab that cheat
Evo's
sheet.
custom.
And we will be right back after this quick break.
Send me a screenshot of it. Last week it was easy. We could remember it. This was just 16 folks and we're in the 70s. Yeah, at least I am in the 70s.
Alright, so we are back. Sorry about that, folks. But we had to take a real quick commercial break so I could run down and go get the list of drivers of who is driving what, so I know what the heck I am talking about. But let me get Discord back up and running. There we go. So we're back on here with Nick. Alright, so let's get back into it here. I'm assuming the 99 is still leading.
I think Nick got around him.
Oh, yeah, he didn't. He's put did Colt get around him too?
I believe so, on the inside.
Huh. But we have got the number 2 truck coming out of pit road. Have they been doing their green flag pit stops?
It's very well possibly. He may have had an issue and just couldn't hold on to it no more. He had a little bit of right front damage.
Yeah, and
earlier when I was strolling through.
Clearly, he has not fixed that damage. But yeah, they must be, because you see Jason coming out of pit road too. So they must be doing green flag pit stops. Whoa, and Jason almost lost it there. But Nick is going to try and put Jason a lap down here. You got Colt running in second. They really need to add a ticker to this game, I'm telling you.
I agree with you on that.
Jimbo's truck's looking pretty clean, not looking like he's got a lot of damage, kind of keeping his nose clean.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them that look clean. Colt looks clean still. Evo in the 83's got a little right front damage.
Yeah. Kevin's pretty clean. I love the look of that truck. Even though he only swapped out one color, it still looks just as good. It's like you're looking at a whole new truck.
Yeah.
But
24's got a little bit on the right front. There's only really a handful of cars or trucks that don't have some right front damage on them, or total front end damage.
Right. And we got our leader on pit road right now, if I can get to him. Where is Nick? There he is. But he's coming in to do his pit stop. So I believe he's going to give up the lead. Oh, Tame Cub is having some trouble. He was down on the infield coming through the front tri-oval.
Yeah, I saw him come by as I was swapping off with Nick's camera.
Yeah, his truck is looking like it done went through a shredder. That thing is not looking good. But Nick is done with his pit stop, so he is coming out. Jason's got some damage on the front of his truck as well, so he's not keeping his nose too clean.
I think that may have happened in that first corner, because it don't look like it was too much. At least from not the angles. Well, from that angle, it looks a lot worse.
So we're getting word there's 28 laps to go here in stage 1. You got Adam. He's kind of blocking that 98 truck behind him a little bit. The 98 truck was looking faster, but Adam threw one heck of a block on him.
Yeah, he did.
And then you got this guy right here in the number 8, pocket full of shells. This is a guy we never really talked about. He's not sure what position he's running in, but he's not doing too bad.
No, he's got some heavy front end damage.
All right, give me 1 second. I got a phone call now.
But he seems to be having a good run.
Alright, sorry about that, folks. I had a phone call. But, let's get back. Are you leading? So, we're getting word that Colt is leading. Nick is back in the 10th spot. He has dropped significantly.
I guess the cycle of green flag pit stops of people pitting 1 or 2 laps earlier than him and getting back up to speed quicker.
You know, and that could be, the people in front of him. Yeah, and we see the 18 coming on to make his green flag pit stop. So, yeah, that is definitely what happened. That's a sharp-looking 3 truck, too.
It is.
Oh, and Welder's going to go up into the wall. And Nick is going to get by Larson. It must be them fresh 4 tires that Nick put on.
It must be.
But Larson not giving up that position easily, as Larson's going to do the crossover move and come right back at him. But Nick's not going away yet either. He's holding in there tough. Let's get up to our leader here. Colt is on pit road, our leader. The 18, never mind. I was going to say the 18's done with this pit stop, but he is not. Just the game doing its typical pit road stuff. And there they go. That was a long pit stop for the 18. He must have fixed some damage or something, because that was a very long pit stop.
He must have. I see some drivers hadn't done that yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of damaged trucks out there on that track.
I don't think I'd fix it under green flag. Just give me 2 cans of fuel and let me go. We'll fix it under caution.
Absolutely, especially if you have damage 10 plus seconds. It's not worth it, because you're going to go a lap down. You're guaranteed.
If not 2.
Exactly. And it's not worth it.
No.
A lot of people in the chat are pulling for Larson. That's kind of a little bit of a shocker to pull for a new guy right out of the front.
He's the new guy. He's the underdog.
Yeah. And we got Sean out there pulling for him. Is Colt still leading?
And it very well could be because of this awesome 99 Havilland.
Oh, hold on. We
he's
had a
rocking.
major issue as the 83. Sorry to cut you off, but just as I swapped him because he was leading, he took out a car behind him, and we got a major pileup, and Nick is in it. Nick is in it as the 83 was coming onto pit road. There is a huge, huge problem on the entrance of pit road.
I believe that's one of the new guys making an error getting on the pit road.
Absolutely, and we heard Nick say that. Sorry, but we heard Nick say getting onto pit road was going to be key. This is a very hard pit road to get on. And we just saw it take out 2 of the top drivers.
Yes, we did, and let's see and hope that don't mess up the rest of their night.
Right? And Nick has got some damage on that left front now. He kept his nose clean the entire race, and he was forced to come down pit road. He must have had a lot of damage or something.
Very well could be.
That is,
as we see, pocket full of shells is on pit road. A
big break or tough break for Nick. Absolutely tough break for him. Kamikaze. Kamikaze is 3 wide right now with the 18 and the 19. That was sketchy for a second. But he's fighting young Colt right now. I don't know if that's for position or not, but he is not giving up that track position very easily. But Colt is going to battle back on that outside. They're going to make a little bit of contact there coming off of turn 4.
I think Jason just yielded to him. I think Colt's on fresher tires than Jason.
Yeah. The 99 is going really slow right now. I don't know if you're seeing this as well. I think maybe he has a tire down or something. I thought I was on the 99 truck, but clearly I was not. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody's going slow.
Yeah, I believe they're under a caution. I believe they're at the end of the stage.
What happened?
Or somebody might have wrecked.
Copy that. So, yeah, that was a caution. And what you see is all the lap down cars getting their lap back. So it looks like Larson is the leader. Is Larson leading?
Yeah, he's leading.
Copy.
Colt's second. Jimbo's third.
But, yeah, we're waiting on NASCAR officials to get back to us on what the lineup is. But all the lap down cars got at least one of their laps back. But, yeah, it looks like Larson is first. And Colt second. You got Nick trying to get his lap back. There was 4 cars involved in that caution, so that is why NASCAR threw it. And it must have been that getting onto pit road that we saw. That issue.
Earlier.
Yep.
With the 98.
Yeah, I'm not sure why NASCAR waited as long as they did to throw it, but there must have been fluid or something as you see some cars coming down making some pit stops here. You got Nick.
Our leader came down.
Well, I don't believe our leader had pitted yet. You got Kevin on pit road. Jason right behind him. Jason, we haven't really talked much about Jason. Kind of not a good start to the race for him, but I believe at the end he will find himself up there running in the top 3.
I believe he's fighting a tight truck tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was riding with him earlier, and he looked like he was out of the throttle way too long to get that truck to turn.
And everybody is going to complete their pit stops. So we should be going green. Let's get up to the leader here. So they are going green this time. You got Colt first, Jimbo second, the 24 of Zach in third, and not sure who the 2 cars are behind him. But
I think the 2 is in fourth.
Is he? There's just too many new trucks to learn right now. We're going to have to learn everybody's paint schemes here. Oh, you got them coming in hot. They are restarting at the line. So NASCAR's trying to get everybody to line up here. But let's get the... Where's Jimbo going? So...
I think the leader... I think they going to go one more lap to get that field lined up.
Yeah, the field was not lined up. You were going to have somebody pull a Kyle Busch at Daytona and go around on the hot side and pass the entire field. So
they're lined up. It looks like 99's in fourth.
Yeah.
You got 83 in fifth. Nope.
Wait, 83's in
fourth.
What? Well, okay. Not really sure what happened there. But we got a couple new people up here in the front, which is good to see. It's nice to see some new faces up there.
And we got a veteran riding third right there that's looking to put a win on his belt for this season.
Oh, yeah, and they are getting ready to go green. Green flag is back in the air. Jimbo's going to get a great restart, and he's going to clear Colt. No, Colt's going to battle back on that inside, and they're going to make a little bit of contact, and 83 is going to give Jimbo a huge shot. Jimbo's going to bobble him up in the back. Wow. That was not... Jimbo got a great start.
Looking inside of Jimbo.
Yeah, he did, and the 24 is going to get pulled down pit road. Zach is going to get pulled down pit road. The game did its glitch that it loves to do so much. That is a
he
tough
hit that commitment
break.
Line with the left front.
Yep. That is a tough break for Zach. Wow.
I wish the game would recognize you racing that line versus you trying to commit to pit road.
Absolutely. And Jason's going to spin out right there coming out of turn 4. And Jimbo, he has lost a ton of positions here. I don't know what happened, but his truck just, it's like it hit a brick wall. He is dropping like a stone right now.
I believe he's got his truck set up more for the long run. Because he had a quick launch on that restart.
He did. I thought he was going to take that lead and run with it, but he is currently fallen back to battling for 5th right now. But there's 4 to go here in stage 1. Copy.
He could just be trying to save his truck so he don't have to fix anything at the end of the stage.
And that very well could be, because his truck is looking pretty clean. And he knows a lot of these guys are going to have to, I mean, look at that 8 car next to him.
Fix these trucks, yeah.
Yeah, look at that 8 car next to him. He's got at least probably 10 plus seconds of damage. So.
Oh, if not more.
Right. Ooh.
I mean, he very well could have some radiator damage or some engine damage under that we don't know about.
Absolutely.
Because that right side of that truck's completely flat.
Yeah. And they are coming to the white flag here for stage 1. And look who's leading. It's a new guy.
Larson?
Yeah. He waited no time in making his presence known here in the truck series.
No, he has not.
It's great to see a new guy up front, but at the same time, it's got to kind of make the veterans not
say, hey, wait a minute.
Exactly. But Larson is going to grab his first. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, my lap counter's wrong. They have one more lap. This is the white flag for stage 1. NASCAR officials gave me some faulty info there. But Larson looking to continue this lead here and get his very first stage win in his very first race here in the Truck Series. So Larson's going to grab stage 1.
Quick break if you go to break during this. Larson being the new guy, he subbed for you last week. Well, in Friday's Cup race.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is in the trucks up front.
Absolutely.
Early on, showing that he's a strong racer.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to make that transition to that Cup car to be able to adjust how loose it is.
Yeah. And
not only that, we were at the Glen, right?
Yes.
The Glen's not a good track to go to in the Cup car, in my opinion.
Especially not for your first race.
No, it's not.
Not a good one at all. But good job for him.
But
Go ahead.
He did manage to rack you up some points.
Yes, he did. And a lot more points than I would have got if I didn't race.
Yeah. We had a really small field on Friday night.
But it was Larson first, Nick second, and Adam third in stage 1. So, a couple new people up there in the front. Yeah. But here we go, getting ready to go racing here in stage 2. Green flag is in the air. Larson down low, Nick is up high. Larson is going to clear Nick, but Nick's going to battle back here. He might try to crossover move, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Little bit of contact. Yeah, they did. But Larson is going to clear him, and you got caught on that outside, couple inches from the wall, pulling that Kyle Larson line. But here comes Nick. Larson did not get a good launch off of turn 4.
Let's say that's the difference between that low line and that high line in 4. You can get a run in that high line off of 4.
Oh, yeah. And
because you don't have to turn that truck as much.
Nope, and here comes Nick underneath Larson.
We'll see if Larson learns from that trick of running that high line through 4.
I think he might. Nope, he's going to dip it down
he's
low.
Tuck back in.
Yep.
Behind Nick.
I was thinking he might try to use the bumper. Larson's going to get into the wall, it looked like they're coming off of 2. But the rest of the field is going to kind of fan out here. Oh, we got a car around. I think that's Evo that just went around in a 2 car trying to avoid him.
Tam Cub.
Yep,
he tried. That correct, is around as well.
3 cars are around. But
that might be a caution. That is a caution, I believe.
I believe so. But Tame Cub,
they have slowed down.
Yeah. Tame Cub trying to avoid Evo. I did not see contact between Cub and Evo, but yeah, he just killed himself on that pit road wall.
I think Zach in the 24 may have got that truck walled up in time and took pit road safely to avoid that. Because he just came off of pit road.
Did he? I mean, that was probably the smart move.
It probably was, if that's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely the smart move. Yeah, I'm here.
We got Nick on the pole. Jimbo second for this restart. Colt third.
Yeah, I'm
Larson
here.
fourth.
Somehow it got muted.
Kamikaze fifth. That rounds up the top 5.
Gotcha. So,
Larson being very aggressive
I got
on the
all
inside
that.
and
Yeah,
gets
I got all
around. And takes out 3 other drivers in the process.
Yep, and that is going to be another caution we just heard from the NASCAR officials. Unfortunately, we had an engine failure, number 63, sitting back, enjoying watching the broadcast, watching these. So, Donald, in his premier race, not the race he was looking for, as he finds himself out of contention with some engine damage. And that's unfortunate because he was definitely one of the new guys that I was keeping an eye on for sure.
I think if I knew that my damage was that high, I believe I'd have went laps down and just came down to pit road to fix it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, for sure. But they are getting ready to go green next lap. Looking forward to seeing another intense restart. You got Jimbo on the outside, Nick down low, and Colt is right behind Nick, and then Adam is behind Colt. Who's behind Jimbo? Is that the 24 truck?
I don't know.
No, the 24 truck is currently going down pit road now. Who's behind Jimbo? Let me see here. Is that Jay? Oh, everybody's pitting, so everything's all out of whack here. Okay, I got you.
I thought they had already pitted.
Yeah, so did I. I was not looking
I
for
thought they were
people.
getting ready to go green.
Yeah, but that is... Oh, it's Jason behind Jimbo. Look who creeped up into 4th place. Got Jason keeping his nose clean, finding himself in the top 5.
He keeps that nose clean and keeps hitting his marks. He could possibly turn that top 5 into a win.
Yeah, and he definitely needs it after giving up that 3rd place in the standings to Kevin, who had one heck of a race last week, finishing 3rd. Or 2 weeks ago. I keep thinking it was last week. But 2 weeks ago at the Roval, Kevin put one heck of a race together and finished 3rd behind Nick and Jimbo. So, Kamikaze, he's hungry.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Jason riding behind one of the new guys and move one of the new guys with him being a veteran.
No, absolutely not. Jason is one of those people that you need to earn respect from him. He's not going to give it to you right out the gate.
No, he's not.
He will
and
make
if it comes
you
to
earn
the win,
it.
he will move you.
And he ain't going to feel
Move
sorry.
the new guy for it.
Nope, and he ain't going to say sorry.
Because he's chasing the points. He's chasing a points championship.
Yes,
he's going
he
to move
is.
the new guy.
Yep. But getting ready to go green here. Green flag is in the air. Jimbo once again gets a great start. But let's see if he loses positions like he did on a couple restarts. And Nick has absolutely checked out. Well, never mind. Here comes Jimbo. Let's get to Nick here. Come on. There we go. All right, we are on Nick now. They're 4 wide out back. Holy crap.
Yeah, they are.
These guys are pushing it right now. And for it to be so early...
I was about to say, from the way they're driving, it looks like it's 3 to go.
Yep. Yeah, they are
don't
not
need to be
holding
doing
back
that right now.
No.
Because Nick's just checking out.
Yeah, he is. With them beating and banging on each other, it's just going to allow the leader to pull away here. But we got a heck of a battle back there. I think, is that the 2 car? Yes, it is the 2 truck of Tame Cub. He's got a mirror full right now. Oh, the 63. I thought the 63 was about to take him out. Or not the 63, but the, I don't even...
83?
83, yeah.
I think it's the 83.
It is, yep, 83 of Evo. But I kind of feel like that 2 might be holding up the field behind him here.
With that front end damage, he very well could be.
And the 83 is going to put a little... The 83 just absolutely brake checked the 8 car behind him, and the 8 car missed him. But that 83 car hit the brakes like he was stopping on a dime. You do not need to brake that early going into a turn. But the 2 is going to wash up the track a little bit, and that's going to open up the door. The 83 is going to sneak by. Larson.
The 99.
Larson, who won Stage 1, currently finds himself back in the back of the field.
He'll get back up there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun to watch him working his way through, just like Zach in that number 24. And Jason, he restarted in 4th, but he has fallen back terribly. Oh, he's down on the apron. He's pushing. Oh, there it is. I believe the game thought he pitted. And I was just getting ready to say he's pushing it with that commitment line. And Jason, well, I don't think it's going to pull him down pit road, but he got on that apron with the left side tires, and it sent him around. Jason, he gets some tough luck, man. He is fast, he's clean, but he just cannot catch a break for nothing anymore. And it goes.
I think we may need to try to find him a pre-race ritual to do where he can get rid of this bad juju he's got going on.
Yeah, and it's for both series, you know. He struggled in the truck series.
He needs to throw some salt over his shoulder or something.
Right? Oh, and he's just he's just compounding his troubles now. He's overdriving the turns, bouncing off the walls. That's the last thing you want to do.
No, I think he's a little frustrated from hugging that yellow line and hitting at what he calls that butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, I mean, you got to remember, it's still a very long race. Exactly.
Just calm down, hit your marks, drive your truck, don't overdrive it.
Exactly.
A lot can happen. A caution can come out.
Oh, yeah.
And your race ain't over at that point anymore.
Sean just commented he needs a rabbit foot. Yeah.
We need to get him a rabbit foot, yes.
Yep. Get him some Canadian bacon. That might help him.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Canadian bacon.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Especially on my pizza.
Whew. You ain't wrong. Man, you're making me hungry. I'm gonna need to go eat dinner after this. My stomach's about to be grumbling. But how about that 19 truck, Young Colt? You know, he had to take a break the last couple of weeks from this league. Didn't he start the season out here in the truck series?
No. He's part of another league that I think they race on Sunday nights at the same time. And this is one of their off weeks.
I gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking he started out in the truck series, but kind of like Guitar, he had to hang it up because going back to work. But Colt's putting down one heck of a show here too. You know, he's in the truck series, and he's definitely a guy you got to watch in the Cup series. I mean, and he's definitely very fast.
Definitely. Me and him ran a few weeks ago when the Cup was at Talladega. Mm-hmm. We ran a very similar setup to each other. I won a stage. He won the race. He's very fast, and he's helped me, and I've helped him in the Cups.
Oh, yeah, and that's what we do a lot in the Cups. I mean, whether you're a teammate or not, we help each other out and try to get better, and that's what they're doing here in the Truck Series, trying to help people grow. And that is why they brought so many Cup drivers down here to the Truck Series. And it's going to help the Truck Series, you know, the new guys grow that much faster. And
yeah, I've only pulled out of the trucks just for a few weeks, and it's a full 16 car field tonight,
which is great to see. That is absolutely amazing.
I mean, I pulled out, and Colt's actually driving the truck that I would drive when I drove truck. So it makes me feel kind of nice that they let a Cup guy come and drive that truck and put it back on the track, because if I'm not mistaken, at one point in time, that truck still had points. It's not many.
Oh, we got a huge crash in front of Colt. Sorry to cut you off like that, but that is a huge crash.
You're fine.
And that is going to take Kevin with him. Somehow Colt missed him, but Kevin is involved. The 8 car of Pocket Full of Shells is involved. The 24, I believe, of Zach was involved. And big break for Kevin. You know, Kevin had just passed up Jason for third place in the standings last week. 2 weeks ago. Oh, my God. One of these times I'll remember it was not last week.
I think we don't. I don't think we need to take any breaks.
Yeah.
Because it throws us off.
Right? But, yeah, Kevin had just moved up to third in the standings, and he finds himself in a huge crash tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough break for him, but at the same time, he can still recover from it because it's a long race.
Absolutely, and he is definitely...
The big winner from that caution is the 16 of Jason, who had spun out earlier, about 5 laps ago.
Right, yeah, and Kevin is definitely someone that can recover from that.
Yes, he is.
But on the restart...
I've seen him recover from mistakes like that in the Cup. Nick just checked out
on
these restarts. I think after this season, I think the truck admins are going to say Nick can't come back. He's going to have to stay in Cup.
Yeah.
Because he is just checking out.
Yeah.
Put the rule down. You cannot be Kyle Busch here in the trucks. No.
Yeah. And how about that guy that is currently running in third right now? Evo B in the number 83. Where did he come from?
I have no idea, Ron, to be honest with you. Before that restart, he may not have pitted.
And that could be because he's fighting right now with Larson. Larson trying to take third. And
I think Larson's going to take it here.
Oh, yeah, he's going to... Well, I mean, Evo B's going to get that good outside run, I think, coming off of turn 4. But Larson's going to clear him getting into turn 1. He's got to put a little bumper to Larson. And pretty sure...
It's short track racing. You have to.
Absolutely, and pretty sure...
You get the opportunity to try to make them move off their mark. You have to. It's racing. I mean, so this track ain't so big. There's not very many passing opportunities.
No. And Jimbo has got an absolute mirror full right now. As Evo B gets back by Larson, he's not going away. He is loving this sitting up here in the top 3. And here he goes. He's going to put a bumper to Jimbo. And he's going to force his way underneath them.
Jimbo may return that favor later on.
Oh, I thought the 99 was going to push it 3 wide. But he backed out smartly. It's still a little too early to push it 3 wide here.
And this ain't really the track where you need to push it 3 wide.
No. Give it a couple turns.
Larson done the right thing by backing out of that.
Oh, yeah. Give it a couple turns, and the guy you're trying to pass is going to slide up.
Here it is. The one section of the track where you can go 3 wide, he's taking the look like he should.
Yep. And he's going to get under Jimbo. Yep. But I believe, like you said earlier, Jimbo has a long-run car. Or truck, rather.
Yes, I believe he does. And talking and racing with Jimbo, he prefers to have a long-run setup.
Oh, yeah. It fits his driving personality.
It does. He likes for the truck or the car to come to him late in a run versus 10, 15 laps into the run.
Yeah, which I can't stand. I need my car to be perfect at the beginning of a run. And then fall off all you want. You know, I kind of chase the car. But, yeah, it fits him perfectly. Man, Kevin has an absolute wheel full of that truck right now. That truck is not doing that good. He is looser than I don't know what. Oh, Jason. Oh, Jason's going to save it. But I don't know if you saw that
Jimbo
coming through the tri-oval.
Wall on exit. It looked like he got loose.
Yeah, he did. What a save by Jimbo. That might just be the good hands of the race right there.
I think Kevin's fighting a tight truck in the center.
Yeah.
He got to the center of 3 and 4, and it just shot up.
Yeah, it looks like he has just an absolute handful. But you know whose truck is handling perfectly? That leader in the number 3.
That number 3? Yes, sir, it is.
Nick has just checked out.
I I think NASCAR is going to be pulling that 3 truck down inspection line quite a few times.
Oh yeah, they're going to tear that apart.
He is just checked out like he was at a speedway.
How big's your lead? Yeah, he's got a 3.5 second lead over second place. At Richmond. And, the crew did a great job of repairing that car. Because, remember, he was in a caution not too long ago.
Yeah, and it looked to be like a bad wreck.
Yep, but the crew put it back together, and he is out there, and he has just checked out.
Yeah, I think he made a deal with the crew chief and the crew that if y'all get this truck back perfect, we'll check out and not have to worry about that again.
Yeah, until he catches lap traffic again, which is what happened last time.
But that was also during a round of green flag pit stops, too.
And that is true. Even though Jason had his trouble a couple laps ago, he has gotten back by that number 5 of Kevin. Kevin is just fighting a terrible truck tonight.
Yeah, from riding with him earlier, he seemed like he was fighting a tight truck.
Yeah,
let me get back there with you.
It looks like he is not able to hold that bottom line. The truck just he's plowing. It's just going up to that outside lane. And he is losing ground on Jason.
I don't know about his driving style, but my driving style, when I have a truck or a car that just wants to wash up in the middle the way his looks like it's doing, I drop that left front by a pound and a half, 2 pounds to make it grab down there and hold more. Because all it does is add grip when you lower that tire pressure a little bit on that tire.
Right.
You're gonna wear it out a little more, but you're not really putting a whole lot of wear on that left front anyway. You're putting all that wear on the right, either the right front or the right rear.
Right.
So I sacrificed that couple of pounds to help that.
Larson is second, Sean. But we have got a heck of a battle right now for third between Jimbo and the Evo B. The Evo B, he is not going anywhere. Oh, he's down on the apron. That's pushing it, man. We saw where Jason got down on the apron and lost it. And the Evo B lost a ton of ground to Jimbo by doing that. That was not a smart move, man.
No, it wasn't. I've made that mistake and been over-aggressive before.
Yep, and I think that's what he did. He got over-aggressive. He saw an opportunity to try and make a pass, and it did not work for him. But look at this. He's getting that track position right back. And we've gone green long enough that if Jimbo has a long run truck, it should have kicked in by now.
Yeah, I think he's still in that reserve mode at the moment. Because there's still a lot of racing to be done, Ron.
Absolutely, yeah. He definitely could be sandbagging for sure. He doesn't maybe he doesn't want to show everything he's got right now. Maybe Nick think Nick has it in the bag. And then at the end of the race, Nick and Jimbo will be fighting again.
Yeah, they will. Jimbo's one of these I can't even talk. I can't even talk. But he's one of these drivers that he holds back. He saves his equipment and tires. And
except his fuel.
I believe that's what except his fuel. Because he didn't do that at the Roval. But other than that, he can save tires, and if he can save tires and not push the issue and maybe tear that truck up and keep it clean, he'll be back there up at the front. He's there when he needs to be there.
Exactly. Oh, and here comes Evo B possibly trying to look underneath them, but Jimbo's going to get that good outside run off of 4. Jimbo, he is running that outside line, and it is kind of working for him.
Yeah, he's running a consistent line right there, and as long as it stays like that and he can hold that grip, I'd keep running it.
Oh, yeah, and by running that outside lane, it's going to conserve your tires. You're not going to wear them as much.
No, because you're not driving it harder to make it stay down there on that yellow line.
Let's get to our leader here. But look who is catching our leader. Got Larson. He is eating into that lead of Nick's.
Oh, yeah. I knew Larson would come back. No doubt.
What's your lead at now? Yeah, it's dropped a second and a half. It is down to 2 seconds. We hear Nick complaining to his crew chief that he is absolutely loose. So
he's loose.
Nick is.
And he had a 3.5 second lead.
Yep.
At one point.
It sounds like Nick has a very good short run car, and then it just falls off. That's what it sounded like, because Larson is just eating into that lead right now.
I agree. That truck of Larson's, from my angle on Nick, it looks to be growing, and it's growing rather quickly.
Yeah.
It looks like it could grow or shrink within 0.2
Oh, yes.
of a second every corner, is what it looks like.
Oh, yeah, especially with Nick catching lap traffic, because he's about to have to deal with that 18 truck, I think.
Yep, that is the 18.
Yep, that is the 18, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm riding around on Larson right now. Let's get a good hood camera here. Let's get a good view here of Nick catching this lap traffic here. As they go into turn 3. Nick is kind of running the same exact line as the 18 of Adam. So one of them's going to have to give that line up. So it's going to be
Most
interesting.
Most likely Adam will.
Yeah. But here comes Larson. Larson is coming. Oh, he's going to hit that apron just a little.
Nick may want to make quick work of Adam here and get around him.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's catching Adam. Yeah, a little bit there he is. But for a couple laps, it did not look like he was catching Adam at all. I don't think Nick can get back to the gas with as loose as his truck is, like he needs to.
It looks like Larson ain't having any problems.
So there's 2 to go here in stage 2. Maybe that's why Nick isn't pushing it so hard. He knows there's only 2 to go. And 1.7 second lead.
He can fix his looseness in the late run on this pit stop and be good.
Yeah, this pit stop is going to be key. They need to get these trucks great for this last stage. But it doesn't look like Nick is trying to really lap Adam here. It's just like he's riding around behind him, not pushing the issue, which is smart.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the third stage is going to be the longest stage of the race.
Yep. And Nick is going to grab his 9th stage win of the season. And it is going to be Nick first, Larson second, and Jimbo coming home third. But Larson...
There's that new guy riding second.
Yep. He is making his presence felt emphatically here in his first race. Where was this at on Friday, Larson?
Hey, man, it's the looseness of those cup cars. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep.
And the Glen ain't the easiest track to navigate.
No, absolutely not. You get up on those...
points, a lot of shifting points.
Oh, yeah. And if you get up on the curbs, you're done.
Oh, yeah.
It throws
Too
your
much
car.
on them anyway.
Yep. Especially in turn 1. You overshoot that, you are done. The way it throws your car. Whew.
Yep.
But this is going to be
I ain't gonna lie. There was a couple of times Friday night I got my car up on 2 wheels.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Especially through the bus stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that bus stop is a... Whew. Whoa. So we are getting word that a lot of the driver crew chiefs are arguing right now here. A lot of drivers are not happy with each other, it sounds like.
A lot of new guys, man.
A lot of new guys, short track racing. And there's a problem out back already.
I think that might be new guys and some old veterans back there.
Yep. But look at this. 2 new guys. Evo B and Larson on the outside trying to gang up on Nick as they go into turn 1.
They very well may.
Yep. And here's
Unless
Evo B.
Looking inside of Larson.
Yeah, he is. And that's going to probably give that position to Evo. With Jimbo right behind him. And here comes Evo. He's going to overdrive it a little and run Larson up the track. As Evo's going to clear Larson, that's going to open up the door for Jimbo.
Nah, Larson slammed the door on Jimbo.
Yeah, he did. That's not going to make
slammed
Jimbo
it hard.
happy. Oh, and Evo B hit the apron coming out of 2, and he's going to fall back to 4th here. He's going to give up that 2nd spot.
That's not the first time Evo's crossed somebody up and then hit the apron the next corner.
Yeah.
I think Larson knew that.
Yup. So I think Larson backed off.
And slammed the door on Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
So he could get under him on the next corner with Jimbo. Because look, Larson, Jimbo.
Yep.
And then the 83 car of Evo.
Let's get back there real quick. Oh, there we go. Let's ride around with Evo here. He's going to pass Jimbo for 3rd, but Jimbo's going to hit him with the crossover move.
You know, I'm surprised we ain't seen more crossover moves in the earlier stages.
I don't know who that was, but somebody was down on that inside wall coming through the backstretch. It must have been Tame Cub. I'm not sure who it was. But Jason in the outside wall coming off of 2 is going to surrender that position. What position are they in? They're going to be in 5th. Look at Colt back up here in the top 5. You know, he was running great in the first stage. The second stage, he kind of fell off and was pretty quiet. And now he finds himself back up here in the top 5 battling with Jason.
He saved his equipment during stage 2. He didn't want to tear it up.
Yep. And
which was smart. And a lot of drivers have done that tonight.
Oh, yeah. You got to. If you want to be there at the end, you have to conserve your equipment.
Yep. And not force issues and put damage on it. Longer you're on pit road, the less time you're on that track.
Yeah. And Jason...
Pit road can make or break you here.
Oh, yeah. And we saw that earlier, just getting onto pit road.
Oh, yeah, with the 83.
Yep, and he took out 3 or 4 cars with him.
That were in the top 5.
Yep.
When that green flag cycle started.
Yeah, and one of those guys was Nick, and Nick has battled back and taken the lead. But how about Jason running up there in the 6th place? He's kind of struggled in the early portions of this race, but now he finds himself right there in the mix of it all.
Yeah, he's continued to work on that truck. He went from what it looked like being tight to too loose on exit, and now here it is. He's got a good running truck on entry, exit, through the middle.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just chipping away at it, and that's all you can do going into a race like this.
Yeah, and he's currently 2 trucks ahead of Kevin Gordon, who is 3rd in standings. Jason is in 4th, just 4 points behind him. And another 4 points separates Jason in 4th to... Who's in 5th? Adam. Adam is in 5th. So a very tight race in the standings from 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You got Nick in 1st with 312 points. He's currently 16 points ahead of Jimbo in 2nd. So those two just continue to absolutely dominate this season.
Yes, they are, and they've done it tonight.
Yeah, but pretty soon, I think Larson's going to be in the talk of possible championship here.
Oh yeah, if it ain't this season, most than likely it'll be next season.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially when he gets a full season under his belt. And looking like a caution is out as the 18. Yep, that is going to be a caution. Not really sure what happened. What brought out the caution? So, yeah, a couple cars bobbled up there getting into turn 3 on the back stretch. The 2 and the 18. That 18 truck, he's having... we talked to him in pre-race. And he said he felt like this could definitely be a track that he could turn his luck around on. But...
Well, when he practiced earlier, the lobby could have changed the conditions of the track from that lobby to this lobby.
Yeah, that is absolutely, definitely something that could have happened. But we got Nick here leading the field back to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Larson in second, Jimbo third, Evo B fourth. We got a heck of a top 5 going on here. We got some veterans, and then there's the rookies mixed in with them.
And then we got that one cup guy that's not ran the trucks with our league before, and he's up there.
Oh, yeah, and Colt, yeah, that's who that is.
Showing these guys that are in this truck league with us, hey, this is the kind of skill level we have over here at the Cups.
Mm-hmm.
We just roll in here, and we can run with y'all.
Yep.
And run with the guys that are from the Cups. So he's making it shown that we have a lot of talented drivers here.
And here comes Larson down underneath Nick. Nick tried to block him, but Larson crossed him up. And Larson's going to try and hold on to this lead here.
I think Larson's going to be the crossover
Jimbo's
king.
got a handful of that truck. I don't know if you saw that, but he was loose. Wow, and that bottled him up all behind. They're 4 wide out back. That is not going to work.
No, it will
Jason's
not.
going to give Kevin a shot, and Kevin's going to go up and put the other truck in the outside wall. That is just product of short track racing. You cannot go 4 wide here.
No, you cannot, but at the same time that's going on, we got a battle up here for the lead.
Yeah, we do. Evo was trying to be a part of it as well.
Yeah, he was. I don't think he knew who he wanted to help, and here he is looking on the side of Nick.
Yeah, he did a lot more. Just look at, oh my God, the 99's around.
Loose.
Larson, that is huge. And look who just capitalized on that. And Evo takes the lead. Wow. Yeah. And Larson, just as he took the lead, he gets loose, and he's going to fall back to outside the top 5. That is, and we got a caution.
Larson just hit the outside wall exit of 4.
Yeah, he did, and that is a tough break for Larson, as no caution is called. It was a single car accident. He definitely had one of the trucks to beat tonight. That is absolutely for sure. And
I think he may have made an adjustment to loosen that truck up a little bit more.
Yep.
And it's too loose now.
And it could have been just a half turn too much. It could have been a very small amount, but he just went.
It could have been a 10th.
Yeah, and he just went.
That made it that way.
From battling for a win to riding around in the back. He is now one of the ones praying for a caution. Absolutely. We absolutely nailed that. But, man, tough break for Larson. But that's where that veteran skill comes into.
Yeah, but if he gets that caution, if I was him, I would fix that front end of that truck.
You have to. I mean, he's got to have probably some major damage after that.
Yeah, because he hit it head on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the crew is going to have to take a look at that for sure.
I mean, by looking at his hood view, it's pretty smashed evenly.
Yep, I was trying to see.
He hit it head on.
Yeah, I was trying to see if we had a helmet cam, but apparently they did not incorporate that when you are spectating. But anyway, hopefully that is coming in the new.
On the when you're the driver,
right?
But even then, it still don't show you the front end being smashed. Because I've had my front end smashed, and being from that in-car cam, I couldn't see it.
But while we're looking at Larson, we have a lead change. Nick has taken first. Jimbo has crawled his way back up to second. Oh, Nick really loose there off of 2. Man, he was loose. And Evo is going to give Colt a huge shot. This is intense, man. How many more laps? So there's 54 laps to go. So still very lot of racing left. You know, anything can change and anything can happen to these drivers, kind of like we just saw with Larson.
Yep.
You know, we had said right before they made their pit stops at the end of Stage 2 just how important these cautions were here going into Stage 3. And we just saw where a major mistake on that pit stop messed up Larson's race.
Yep. Now he's hoping for a miracle that he can correct it and overcome that mistake.
Yeah.
Because he will still have a fast truck and a hard truck to beat. He's just got to get that break and get on pit road and get that truck fixed.
But that is a big if. We've only had 3 cautions tonight. So, I don't know if he's going to get lucky with that one. And even if he does, he's got a lot of veterans he's going to have to get by.
But he's made a mistake already once tonight.
That is true.
He worked his way back up front and was racing up front again.
That is true, but our top 3, you know, Nick, Jimbo, and Colt, the Cup Series, they're showing their skills. You know, NEXXTCAR Racing League has definitely some of the best PS4 drivers that are out there. And it's just an honor to be a part of this league. You know, from racing on Friday nights in the Cup to being able to bring you the Truck Series broadcast. It's great to be a part of it, and definitely a league that is going to be around for a very long time, even with the transition to the NASCAR Heat 5. So if y'all are watching and you want to join this league, go ahead and let us know. And it looked like Colt got loose there coming off of 2. As he is looking underneath Jimbo. Let's get back there and check him out here real quick. Ain't nothing going on up front with Nick.
Nah, he's checking out.
Oh, yeah. But Larson wants to check out, too.
Jimbo got a little loose there.
Yeah, he did.
On that exit.
And here comes Evo. Man, these top 4, they cannot make it on fuel. We just got word. So they will have to make at least 1 green flag pit stop. And we saw what the green flag pit stops did earlier.
Oh, yeah. If I was Larson, I would try to stay out in front of Nick as long as I could. And when Nick went down, I would go down, fix the thing that made me too loose, and then come right back out and pray for that caution.
Exactly. Because then if he passes you, you'll be the first lap down car, and you'll get the lucky dog, and you'll be right there fighting for the win, possibly.
Yep. Because you pit with him, you come out with him, most than likely.
Yep. And
you pass everybody as he's passing them.
Well, he's also got to fix that damage, too, which is crucial. I mean, he's got a ton of damage.
That's why you go down, fix the loose problem, and then come back out and pray for the caution to fix that damage.
I got you. I see what you're saying. But Colt is now battling with Evo. Evo looks like he's got a really good long-run car or truck.
Yeah, it looks like he does back there.
As he is going to clear Colt as they head down into Turn 1.
I don't think he had a good qualifying run.
I don't believe so either. I think he was down towards the back. But that goes to show you don't have to be a fast qualifier. No, not at all. Especially when you got stuff that happens like it has in this race. Anything can happen.
Yep. At any track.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to have the fastest equipment. Just get out there and turn the laps and be consistent. And wait for other people to make the mistake, like we talked about earlier. And then capitalize on that mistake.
Yeah, yep. And Colt is definitely one of the ones that capitalizes on your mistakes.
Oh, yeah, and it ain't got to be a big one. It could just be a little wiggle like Jimbo had earlier. And he'll pounce.
Why are you talking to yourself, Sean? I mean, they better still be able to hear you in the chat. Let me make sure. Now Sean's got me questioning whether or not your audio is coming through the chat still. Damn it, Sean.
It should be.
Because he said talking to yourself or something. So now you got me questioning this shit, Sean. Yeah, your audio's still coming through. Maybe he's just talking to himself. Maybe that's what he meant.
Who, me?
No, Sean.
Sean.
Come on, let's get back to the chat. Come on. There we go. But look at Colt. Colt is up here battling with Jimbo right now for second.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to get up here and maybe challenge Nick for that win.
Yeah, and I think Colt might just be the person that can get up there as soon as he passes. Oh, we already got green flag pit stops starting. It looked like the two
truck
is on. Yep, the 2 is on pit road.
You know what? We didn't talk about this 2's paint scheme. And for that to be a black and yellow paint scheme, it's not that bad.
Let me get to him real quick. Let's check it out. Oh, the 99 of Larson is on pit road. So he is not going with the strategy that you had talked about.
He could still stay on that strategy by pitting early.
Yeah, true. You get the new tires before the leader does, and it might work in your favor.
Maybe make up a little bit of ground.
Yep.
Yes.
But, okay, there's the 2. Oh, my God, okay.
Ooh.
I think that just happened on your screen, too.
It did. I see 704 Games still has not gotten that glitch fixed.
Right. That is one thing they need to fix. Absolutely need to fix their pit road problems. But, yeah, that 2 truck does look good. He's just leaving pit road. It looks like Larson might be fixing this damage, because this is a very long pit stop.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have done that under green flag.
No, I don't
Not
think I
unless
would
he had
either.
radiator damage.
And that could be a
Then I
loss of
would've.
power. Yep.
Yep.
But he is a lap down as Jimbo is right behind him now, as Nick is still out there logging laps. Your top 5, or your top 3 currently are Nick, Jimbo, Colt, the Evo B, and I don't even know who's running 5th right now. They're currently in the middle of green flag pit stops. But how many laps are left? Yep. So 33 laps left. 33 more laps.
They're gonna have to make another pit stop, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the fuel. What do they run this on? Times 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I think 2.
2? Yeah, I'm not sure
Just
what
like Cup.
The fuel run is.
Do we have our in-race reporter tonight still?
Yeah. What is the
Let's see if
fuel
he
run?
can-
Do you know? Oh yeah, so they can make it. Nick, we're getting word that he has 12 more laps of fuel left. So it's a pretty long.
Okay, so they're
So you only need one more pit stop then. So you only need one more pit stop then, you're good. So yeah, they only need to do one more pit stop. And I haven't been able to do it because we've been kind of busy watching the race, but Pocket Full of Shells Gaming, appreciate that follow, brother. Tony Leakey and Iya Sahari, appreciate it. But Nick is still out there chalking up laps, and you can see Larson's gaining on him with them fresh 4 tires. So he is going to get this lap back probably the hard way by racing and getting it.
nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. And here comes Larson. Larson's going to dive underneath Nick. He's going to get underneath him. Nick's going to slide up the track. Yeah, they made contact. Larson kind of pushing Nick by to get by him.
That's kind of that rookie saying, "Hey, look here, veteran. I got these fresher tires. Let me go."
Yep. And Larson, he wanted that lap back bad. He needed that lap back. If he's going to have any shot of redemption, as we have Kevin Gordon Jr. on pit road now.
He had to get a lap back the hard way.
Yep. And he's pulling away from Nick. But that's what 4 fresh tires do for you. They just...
That's why they're called Mr. Feelgoods. Or Dr. Feelgoods.
Yeah.
Whatever people call them, but there's always a feel good in it somewhere. Because when you have them 4 fresh ones versus 4 worn ones, you feel like you can drive that truck or that car as hard as you want to.
Oh, yeah. As we have Jimbo, who is running second. He is now on pit road. We have just gotten word from the crew chief of that number 3 truck. He is currently coming down pit road this lap. We got the 83 of Evo coming onto pit road. Jimbo is now in his box. Let's get to Nick here real quick and see how his entrance is. Okay, Nick's already on pit road. So he could go probably about another 7 laps. But he decides to come down. I mean, he saw what the fresh 4 tires did for Larson. So he probably didn't want to stay out there much longer.
No, because then you just give up position on other drivers the longer you stay out there.
Absolutely, especially with Jimbo pitting. You know, Jimbo was running in second, so he did not want to give up that track position.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to.
Did Adam lag out? And we're getting word that the 18 truck of Adam, who we talked to in pre-race, he lagged out. So, a lot of drivers having trouble tonight. As there's currently 5 trucks who lagged out tonight.
There's 5 trucks, yep.
Yep, that's... Man. But Larson is still out there running with his damage, trying to stay on this lead lap as he has got that 43, I believe. So who's leading? So Colt is leading. Kamikaze is running in second. And Nick is third. Jimbo fourth. And Evo is fifth. But third on back is all a lap down. As we see Colt coming onto pit road. Making his last green flag pit stop. And that is going to give the lead to Jason. Jason has quietly been working his way back up to the front here. After spinning and a ton of other crap going wrong for him tonight. But he has found himself leading. I don't think he's
pitted yet.
No, but it's still great to see that 16 truck out front.
Oh, yeah, most out.
You know,
it's a confident builder.
Absolutely. And, oh, man, he almost just lost it coming off of 4. That is the last thing you want to do when you are the leader.
Yeah, I think at the next lap or two, we might see him coming down.
I would hope.
I think that's what he's getting ready to do now. It looks like he's committing.
And there's 20 more laps to go. 20 to go.
16 is committed to pit road.
Yes, he has. And there goes Kevin Gordon Jr. And there goes Nick going by, getting his lap back. And there goes Larson. And there's Jimbo. Okay. So Nick has a big lead on Jimbo. That's what I was waiting for, to see Jimbo go by. And he's got probably a good 5 or 6 second lead over Jimbo. So Jimbo's also one of the ones that is praying for a caution at this point.
Yes, he is. There's a lot of drivers actually probably praying for a caution.
Oh, yeah. And you know who's not praying for a caution? This guy, Evo B. Well, yeah, besides Nick. Because everyone knows Nick does not want a caution right now as the leader. But Evo B, he has just been pretty quiet all day, running around, running his race. He's been in the top 5 all day. And he finds himself here in the closing last 20 laps, running in third.
Yeah, if I was him, I wouldn't want to see a caution either.
No. Oh, and there's the caution! 2 cars, the 2 car flipping over. And that might bring out our caution as the 99 is going to come down, and that is a caution. That is the caution that Larson was hoping and praying for so much. And that is the
here's
last
question.
thing Nick wanted to see.
Will Nick come down and get 4 more tires?
I mean, you have to, right? I mean, 4 tires is key. But is this also going to be a product of where we saw Chase Elliott in the NASCAR come down pit road at Charlotte and nobody pitted with him? And damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know?
Yep, it could be that situation too as well.
And it could be, but I believe if Nick does pit and he loses, and Nick did pit, but I think Nick has a strong enough truck that he can find himself right back up there in the front. As green flag is back out, who is leading right now? I'm trying to get to the damn front. Is it Jason? Jason and Evo are leading. Look at Jason, man. Where did he come from?
He made that high line work on that restart.
And he is taking the lead. But here comes Nick. Jason, can he hold on? As Larson is just beating and banging out back. As there is 12 laps to go. Wow. Can Jason come from, I don't even know what, to be the hero of this race and steal this?
He very well could be. He's one of those underdogs that you could give the nickname of finisher, closure, whatever in the ballpark of you don't know where he's at, and then all of a sudden, bam, here he is.
Absolutely. He just went from 0 to possibly hero in about 0.5 seconds. But that just goes back to showing how quickly everything can change here.
Yep, he was probably one of those guys that wanted to see that last caution.
Oh, yeah.
For that, so he could be right there.
Oh, and he's going to mess up his
here's Nick.
entrance. Oh, Jason, but he's going to get that good run on that high side, and he's going to clear Nick again. But look who has climbed back inside that top 5. That 99 truck, he is coming as he is making a pass on Colt for 4th. Larson's going to probably get up there, and he's going to want to have something to say with Jason, as Jason's kind of pulling away from Nick.
Yeah. And that's the difference between clean air and dirty air.
Yes, this is awesome. Jason has some of the worst luck here in the NEXXTCAR League. He is one of the best drivers we have. The cleanest, one of the fastest, but just terrible luck, and that would be amazing if he can come out of here tonight and get this win.
I bet you on that last pit stop, his crew chief handed him a rabbit's foot.
Yep, and that just goes back to Sean.
Saying it earlier. That's why I had to say that. Sean mentioned it earlier. And because he's had some bad luck. And I guarantee you that crew chief said, take this with you next Friday, too.
Yep. Yeah, whatever he was handed there on that last caution, he better sleep with it at night. He better tuck it in a safe place and make sure he's got it in his pocket come next Friday.
On race day.
On race day. Or Sunday, I mean. Not Friday. I'm so used to the Truck Series. Oh, he's going to get a little loose there, and that's going to let Nick come back to him. 5 laps to go. 5 to go, right? Yep, 5 laps to go. Oh no. Nick is going to get a little loose there coming off of 2. Oh, here he comes. Come on, Jason. You got the entire booth pulling for you. Uh-oh, here comes Nick. Man. Oh, Jason's going to cut his nose off. Nick. 4 laps to go. Man.
Come on, Jason.
Jason has got the entire booth pulling for him. And here comes Nick. Nick is going to give him a little shot, but Jason's going to hopefully get that good run on that high side. Oh, and look who's right behind him. Larson. Nick is going to get a little loose there. 3 to go. Jason is going to dive to the inside of Nick.
There you go,
Here comes Jason, but also here comes Larson.
All right, is he going to try to do a slide job here?
He might.
Come on, Jason.
Come on, Jason. You got it. 2 to go.
You got this, buddy.
2 to go, baby. Little bit of contact. Nick's going to clear Jason. We talked about Jason using that bumper. That is still not out of play here.
No, it's not. He could still.
Oh, Jason, hang on to it. Here comes Jason underneath Nick.
I think he just.
Come on,
to the
Jason.
high side on that.
He's gonna slide up in front of him. Here they come. 1 to go here. Sponsored by Bragg's Used Car Lot from Barbersville, West Virginia. White flag is in the air.
Come on, Jason.
Come on,
You got
Jason.
it,
You
man.
got
Come
this,
on.
buddy.
Come on.
Come on, Jason.
Come on. Come on, Jason. This is your last turn. Come on.
He's got him. Jason's got him.
He's got it.
Jason's
Yes.
got him. Jason first, Nick second, and Larson's gonna come home in third, just beating out Colt. What a finish. Oh, man.
Heck
Jason
yes.
getting his first win of the season. Wow. Oh, my heart's racing like I was driving that 16 truck. My
He blew
God.
the wheels off of it.
Holy cow. Yeah, he did. Jason. So, wait a minute,
I
wait a
look
minute.
forward to talking to him.
Wait, Larson wasn't third? Larson was a lap down that entire time.
Wow. I thought he got that back.
So did I. So,
Jimbo
third, Evo fourth. Wow. Jason. Holy cow, man.
Oh, this
is going to be one heck of a
interview is
post-race
gonna-
interview.
You ain't joking.
You
We
folks
gotta
are
get it
not going to
rolling.
want to miss this. You folks are not going to want to miss this. Let's go ahead and leave that lobby. Hey, I'm inviting the top 3 to our party now.
Oh, I cannot.
I cannot wait
him.
for Jason, man. Wow. My hands are sweating. My heart is beating. Whew.
Oh, who had the fastest lap?
Who had the fastest lap? So Nick had the fastest lap. So it was Jimbo, Jason, and Nick. It was Jason, you, and Jimbo, correct? Oh, so Colt. I'm sorry, not Jimbo. I am so sorry, Colt. I know I have you as a friend. Yep, there you are.
So Jimbo didn't finish third?
Invites are out. No, Colt did.
Jimbo was a lap down too?
Jimbo finished fourth.
Oh, okay.
Jimbo finished fourth.
Jason.
Holy cow, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I had
Jason!
to brake check Nick to hold that truck on the bottom because he was pushing me, so I had to brake check him, and I didn't want to, but I'm like, I need to do this. I did not want to brake check him.
Holy cow, Jason. What a
Oh,
race,
boy.
brother. Oh my God.
Wow.
What did you do to that truck on that last caution that you were able to hold off Nick, who had the truck the entire race?
I fought that truck all the race. I had it so tight, and then I couldn't get it loose. And then when I did loosen it up, it was too loose off. So then I just figured, okay, I started playing with the air pressure a little bit more, and then I got the truck so it was not burning the right rear so bad, it was more burning the right front. And then what happened is I stayed out under the last, everybody was pitting there, that long green run, and I stayed out with Colt, and we just ran it. Well, when I went on pit road and I came off pit road, then a caution had came out. So then I stayed out. And then when another caution came out, I just stayed there and I just rode there. And I hoped and prayed that I could beat the guy starting on the outside pole, and I managed to beat him into turn 1. And then I knew I was just going to be holding off Nick.
Well, you held him off, brother.
Yeah, you did. Oh, man. My heart was beating. My hands were sweating like I was driving that 16 truck. You did a phenomenal job, man.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was squeezing the crap out of my controller and turning it like I was driving a real car. I knew it wasn't going to do anything, but boy, I was trying. Oh,
All right.
I told
wow.
Ron,
I don't
Nick,
know what to say, guys.
Jason, under that last caution that your crew chief reached in and said, "Hey, here's your rabbit's foot," because that last stage
And I
you
just
drove
took-
the wheels off of it.
When we did the pit stop at the end, before the caution came out, they all went in the pit, and I think they all took a full tank of fuel, and I only took enough fuel to get to the end of the race, and I tightened the truck up because I knew if I put a half a tank of fuel in it, the truck was going to be a little bit looser again, so I tightened the truck up, and it held.
Well, whatever you did absolutely worked, and we are about to update it here in the live stream. We are taking that egg out of the win column, and a 1 is now in there. That has to be a great feeling.
It is. I don't know what to say. I'm just in shock right now, to be honest, because this is normally Nick's. You normally chase Nick, and I knew it was going to be just holding him off. That's all it was going to be.
Yeah, and you absolutely did. Second place, Nick. Once again, Nick, you had the truck of the field once again. You know, you got your 9th stage win of the season. So, you know, shout out to you on that. But what happened? What did you do on that last restart?
On the last caution, I took just right sides and no fuel. I was good on fuel. So I just took right sides to try to maintain track position, really, and stay up by the front. And I think the front two didn't take anything. They didn't come in, I don't believe. So they got the track position. And then, starting on the inside, and third was a really good thing for me, but I think taking the 2 tires just got me really loose. So I was surprised that Jason was just as quick as I was up front, and I couldn't get to him really. And when I did, he wanted to push the brake down and stop me, stop his truck from going off the track. So I couldn't do anything, and I was like, crap. And I tried going around on the outside, and that was working a little bit. I was helping the loose off, but I just was having a hard time getting to him. And I think the 2 tires really hurt. I should have taken 4, but yeah, it just made me really loose off the corner. But I had a really good truck all race.
Yeah, you did.
At one point, I told you, I was like, yeah, it feels really good. And then just those 2 tires killed me at the end. But it was really good. Short run, mid run, and then by the long run, it got really loose off. But yeah, I think I made the wrong call there to take 4 or either stay out and take the track position and have to hold off the other guys.
Yeah, like you said, you had one heck of a truck tonight, picking up your 9th stage win of the season, and finishing 3rd. Colt, you came down from the Cup Series to race this race. I don't have a picture of your truck and everything for you, but you finished 3rd. First race here with this Truck Series League. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. Definitely racing with these guys in the Cup Series has helped me get my driving style better and figuring out how to run these tracks a little better to stay up there. So, all in all, it was pretty good. A couple adjustments I made helped me stay up there. I was battling for 2nd place with Jimbo for the longest time, and that last caution, that last pit stop just gave me the extra boost to race him and get around him. So, it was fun. A lot of the new guys in here I've never raced against before were pretty good. So, I see a lot of talent down here in this part of the league. So, I enjoyed it. It was rather fun.
Absolutely. And what were the tensions like tonight throughout the race? Did all the drivers kind of keep their cool, or was there a lot of high tensions?
There was a lot of high tensions. I mean, there was some wrecks and some people didn't like getting doored and banged around into the walls and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was kind of neutral, except for a couple points in the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure those points are where it went 3 and 4 wide.
Oh yeah, it was 3 wide a lot. Everybody was like 3 wide again, 3 wide again.
That's not the track for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now coming back to
save that for Talladega.
Yeah. Coming back to Jason, you spun earlier in the race, but you were able to come back and grab this win. How did you allow yourself to come back from that?
Patience.
Yeah.
I had a problem with the truck in the beginning, in that I was really fighting that it wanted to just dive to the bottom when I would like get the brakes to get into the corner, and when you would touch that apron, or as I like to call it, the butter, it would just send the truck flying. And I managed to miss it for the most time, but I managed to catch it there, and it spun me, and it put me right into the sand barrels, water barrels, whatever you want to call them, at the end of pit road.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only 6 laps left in the stage. The front of the truck was screwed. She was all beat up and banging. The motor was yellow, and I was like, if I can just keep Nick behind me and make a pit stop. And that's when I did some more changes to the truck, and then when we went back, the truck was better, and I was like, ooh, and it stopped diving. Like when I would hit the brakes, it didn't want to just dive to the bottom of the track. It was it would let me hold the truck a little better, I mean. And, just patience. And like Colt was saying, and I'm sure, Nick can attest to this, there was a little bit of aggressive driving tonight. So I really just kind of stayed back and tried to stay out of it. And, the checkered flag's on the end of the last of the race, not, halfway through the race.
Absolutely. And speaking of cautions, that was just a tough break, Nick. You had a huge lead when that final caution came out.
Yeah, I told you I was like 6.7 seconds, and right when I said that, the caution came out, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
It was like a Chase Elliott moment. And and I didn't know whether to pit, stay out, or do what to do, so I just was like, I'm going to take 2, see what happens, and I knew that taking 2 could hurt me because you just get so loose running 2 tires, so I dropped the right rear a little bit to help it, but it just wasn't enough. I was just way too loose coming off and trying every line. And then when I did get to Jason, like I gave him a good bumper and moved him up one time, and I got under him, and he was able to get back by me because I don't know, he just had a little extra speed at the end of the race, and with 2 tires, I just didn't have it.
Right. And we got Las Vegas next week, so that's going to be another great race. But, Jason, I just want to say you had the entire booth pulling for you those last 5 laps. Those last,
sure did,
man.
I really do.
That was.
These wins are hard to come by, so if anybody is out there watching this, you're interested in getting into this game, it is a lot of fun. It is very competitive. Ask anybody in here. Heat 5 is getting ready to come out, and I imagine it's going to be just as much, if not more, of the same as what you get in this game. So,
for sure.
Come play. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's just not fair when Jason brake checks you.
I'll be honest. Sometimes it's no different than what you see on TV, guys. You gotta play dirty to win some, and if that's what you need to do, you do it. But you need to be dirty when you're at the end of the race, not at the beginning of the race. And I really didn't. I wouldn't have pushed him out of the way. And if he would have been faster than me, my plan was to let him go. But I was going to hold the bottom, and I was going to hold him away from the bottom because I knew that's what he wanted.
Back to the bumper. I told Ron earlier that it wouldn't surprise me, Jason, that you would have a rookie tonight in front of you, and you put the bumper to him to move him forward. We didn't think you would actually use your rear bumper to get the win.
Yep.
You know, and that's it. I'll race you clean, you know, and I was gonna race Nick clean, but I knew he wanted the bottom, so if I took his line away, he was gonna have to take me on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're definitely one of the cleanest drivers in this league. So.
Yeah, I don't, you know, and I didn't. It's not worth it to wreck people over a video game.
No,
I'm gonna hold my line, and I'm gonna do that, but. I knew Nick wanted the bottom, and that was my thing. I knew if I kept Nick off the bottom, he wasn't going to run away from me.
And you done just that.
Yep.
And he did good. He didn't wreck me either. You know, I got to give kudos to Nick. He did plow into me a few times in the back to let me know, hey, I'm here. But he could have turned me, and he didn't.
Oh yeah, I was there.
And he got under me. He got under me, like I said, one time. You seen it? He got under me. We went around him. I did a crossover on him, and then I just knew if I needed to hold the bottom. That was like, if I can hold the bottom, he can't get around me on the top side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know I'm not going to wreck you on purpose.
Exactly. You know, we're not going to do that. We're not going to wreck guys on purpose.
Jimbo.
Well, I would have wrecked you on purpose to get that win, but that's not how I race. So, no. Even last week, I got into Jimbo, and you know, Ron they saw me back off and gave it back to him. Like, I'm not going to race people like that. So no, you got in position and we raced hard for it, but I'm not going to wreck you. Like you said, I put my nose to you a few times and let you know, like, hey, I'm gonna race
you know,
you
and I'm perfectly okay with, you know, being bumped and banged around. I knew you were there, and I knew that I just needed to hold the bottom to keep the bottom for myself.
Yeah.
Like the old saying, bumping and rubbing, that's racing.
And you're going to get it at Richmond. I expected it coming, you know? Yep. And I wouldn't have faulted him if he would have had to push me up off the bottom to take the win. I would have been like, hey, that's happened. It's racing. It's a video game, you know? Come get you next week. Let's go to Vegas and try it again. But I'm glad I got the win, and we'll go to Vegas and see what we can do.
Oh, hey, real quick, Jason. Jimbo, he wants to get your point of view on getting into the back of him last week, coming to the end of stage 1 at the Roval.
Oh, he wants my insight on that.
He wants your insight on that.
He can have my insight on that.
This'll be good.
And I will be perfectly honest with you, Jimbo, if you are listening. I overdrove the corner. I went in there. I wanted to try to get around him, and I didn't brake soon enough, and I used Jimbo to slow the truck down.
At least he doesn't hold back.
I apologize to him. It was I made a mistake. You know I went in there way too hot, and I was like, I'm either going to hit him, and we're both going to do this, or I'm just going to hit him, and he's going to go, and I'm going to keep going.
And that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what I did at the end of the race.
That's just it there, Jimbo. I used you as the brake.
No, I only brought that up because he commented on the live stream.
Well, now he knows.
But this is back-to-back races.
I expect return favor, and I'll be cool with it.
But this is back-to-back races where we have just had one heck of a finish, and I don't see that ending anytime soon.
I don't either. But before we end it, let's ask, how do y'all feel about next week at Las Vegas? Nobody jump at once.
Vegas is tough. Vegas is tough because Vegas has a lot of bump for the tunnels, go under the turns, so that can really upset the truck. So that's going to be something where, you know, you can hit those and it could wash the truck right up the track. So you're really going to have to be careful there on the bumps, and they're in both corners. But it should be fast. If you can maintain a truck and avoid those bumps, you'll be all right.
Yeah, like Jason said, the bumps are really bad there, especially in 1 and 2. It can get the truck really swirly in the center coming off. So you gotta have the pressures where the truck kind of bounces over them and not too low, where if you have the pressures too low, it's just gonna bounce around and make it really uncomfortable to drive. So either set the car up to try to run the bottom or try to run the top through 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 is not as bad. There's some bumps down there, but that's a little bit more smooth. So I try to run 3 and 4 right along the bottom. We're probably going to see like 3-4 wide racing, so it's going to be really tough. I'm hoping people spread out a little bit. I think track position is going to be really key again, just being up front and staying out of trouble.
Oh yeah.
And I also think that I'm sure there's going to be some communication throughout the week in our league chat. Hopefully we can get things fixed and get back into next week and not have the issues that we had, the hot and heavy that we had this week.
That also comes with short track racing. That's a major product
too,
of
right?
it.
It's a lot of beating and banging. Any short track you go to,
Yep.
anybody watching, anybody in here, they can attest if they've seen NASCAR. You're going to beat and bang. It's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're going to get people that have butthurt feelings. Another thing that's going to come into flavor next into it next week will be draft. Draft will be key.
Oh
we'll be able
down
to
that
use draft
backstretch.
next week.
Yep.
Even draft down the front stretch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll keep everyone together, and that's what I'm kind of getting to, is it's going to be really hard to separate, and there's going to be a wad of like 8-10 guys together, and that's when you're going to get 3-4 wide racing and people getting into each other, and you might have some upset people again, but I'm hoping that talking to everyone this week and getting everything straightened out, I think we'll be good. There's a lot of hurt feelings tonight, and a lot of people mad about some things that went on, but some people want people to get kicked out already, and I'm not gonna do that because it's short track, and
Right.
everyone was kind of pissed off at the end. So
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, Nick, and I'm sure the admins will get in contact this week, and we will sort this out, and we'll see you all at Vegas.
All right. Well, it sounds good. Well, you
All
all
right, we
put
look
on
forward
one
to it.
You're all
heck of a
coming my
show.
way.
Oh
You're
yeah.
all coming my way because I'm on the West Coast, so come visit me.
All right, y'all. Well, that is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure y'all are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. And that is going to conclude the action here at Richmond, where Jason walks away with his first win of the season. So I will catch y'all on the next one. Have a good one, everybody.
Congratulations.